What is going on, everybody? This is Hybridsteel and welcome back to Mon Bazou, where I'm putting together the world's largest jigsaw puzzle, a new car, which is all good. And like I said in the last video, I needed to make an extra bit of cash, so I started to regrow and I started to plant stuff. It's been a couple of days since the last one, and how I can tell that is that, well, if we go over here, I've got all these packs of orange bolts, and it's one for every day that I basically went to Roger's shop and go to get more, because I'm putting orange bolts on the inside of this entire car. That's just the way I'm doing things. Don't hate me for my colour choices. Anyways, so the next big Ujima flippy thing I've got to do is actually strip the base out. Now, I did get a comment talking about the air compressor, and yes, I know I can use the air compressor, but I like to take my time. I used the air compressor on the last build, and I was like, yeah, well, you know, there was no fun in it really. And I like exploring things. I like putting together things more sort of like manually. I mean, if you ever watch the rest of this channel, because there's been a lot of new subscribers, thank you very much for the support, it's most appreciated. But I do tend to spend a lot of time messing around with stuff, and you can tell that by the state of my garage. Now, I have been commented a couple of times already that my garage is overly, it's excessively tidy. At this current time, it's a little bit messy because we're building a new car. But when I'm finished with it, then I'll be buying some more shelving and some more tables and doing all the bits and pieces. And yes, I do know that it's a bit obsessive, it's a bit compulsive, and it's definitely part of my disorder. It's all good though. At the end of the day, you do things how you want to do, you play this game how you want to play, and if you want to play things with the hand wrench, you do it with the wrench. If you want to do it with the power drill, you do it with the power drill. If you want to do it with a 12-inch rubber Ujima flippy, then so be it. Go and play with that, but you might not be playing Mon Bazou with that. Well, apart from that, we're all good. Okay, so first off, I think that is every bolt I needed to take off, which is I didn't mean to paint that over there. Right, we'll take this off, and did I just? I think I just did, didn't I? Yeah. Chuck that over there. We don't need it. That goes over there as well, and we take off this one as well. There we go. So as you can see, all the new bolts are orange because, well, the rest of the car is going to be orange, so that's why I'm doing all the car orange. Okay, so first off we need to put the arms in. So if we dump that there and dump that there, and then I'll get another pack of orange bolts. We'll go and chuck them over here, and we'll get back under the car. 1, 2, and I need the sway bar as well. And 3. Excellent. So yeah, why am I choosing to do this with the wrench and not the power? It does come down, I know it's a time thing, and people are like, oh, you know, it doesn't take as much time. It's like, yeah, but there's no fun in it, you know. The best way I always saw to do things was to learn how to put things together. I know it's each to their own at the end of the day, but you know, I just prefer to take my time, make sure it's done sort of properly, or as properly as at least I can do it. And you learn faster, I think. For me, I learn where all the bolts go. I learn where everything comes out. If you just put the drill on and just go, bzz, 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 it's like, yay, you're done, you know. Chuck that one in there, and I think we're done with the front. Hey, I think we're good. All right. Where's my tin? There's me tin. I've got to put all these ones in there. I don't think there's any more rusty ones to come off this car. I think I've taken them all off. All right, well, next in line is the wheels. So we'll chuck the bearings on first. Like I said, I mean, my garage is a little bit messy at the moment, you know, because I'm going to get another couple of shelving racks like these, and I'm going to put the front bumpers on. Then we're going to have the rear bumpers. We've got the steering wheels. We've got all this, and all of this will be tidied up eventually. I do this way. I was asking Santa Goat on Twitter, and I was like, dude, can I have more room? And then I think it was part of his planned update, but he put in all those extra garages. I was like, yeah, but I don't think it was me that asked. Disc brakes. Let's go. Or as you guys call them, rotors. So why do you guys call these, like, these are disc brakes? Why do you call them rotors? Answers down in below. I'd love to know why. Right. Well, I need my black bolts for this bit, and those ones, and those ones. Now we put the wheels on. Oh, I dropped my bolt. No, that. Yeah, there we go. The big bolt, stick that in the middle, and there we go. Yeah, and there we go. Right, that's all good. Dust myself off. Yeah, that's all. Okay, I've got to pop the hood because we've got to put the suspension in now. Pair of suspension. Stick that in there. And then stick this in there. And we got to put the sway bar in as well. And there we go. Right, now I need a... Where's my orange ones? And the last one for the sway bars. Yay me! Right. So far, that's everything replaced and redone. That's not a bad little gig I've done. It's alright. It looks a bit funky because at the moment it's not all the same colour. But at least the wheels are on and everything's all prepped. Let's just make sure that the suspension is the same width apart and everything. 0 degrees and 0 degrees. 0 degrees and 0 degrees. Fantastic. Well, it's all coming together. It really is. Right, okay, I think the next thing... So all we've got to do... I mean, all I've got to do is paint here. Oh, bums. I didn't put the calipers on. I'm going to assume they're in there. Right. Because this game's a little bit janky. You can just put things under and be happy. Oh, no. Is that the right one? Yeah, it is the right one. It's just not going to click on, is it? No. I've actually got to use the drill. Ah, I've got to use it. I didn't want to, but I need to do this because it's quick. I don't like using it. Right? I'll do the rest by hand. It's just taking it off. I don't normally like taking things apart. Right? If they're put together properly. No. Well, that was fun. I had to take the wheels off. That's what happens when you forget one thing. I always forget one thing. Always. I know. I've got to put the bolts into the calipers as well. But first off, I want to get this done first. Done. Right. I'm pretty sure that's every bolt I need to put in up this end. Pretty sure. I think in the last video I actually forgot to bolt in the wheel bearings. So there's one. There's the other. Now I did find this a bit funny. The suspension has these holders on them, but they don't line up properly. I'm going to assume they're alright though. Yeah, so the game's actually swallowed one of my wrenches, and last time I checked it wasn't over by the wood pile, which sucks. So I'm going to head down here now. We're at 76%, so one sleep should do it. I'll do that. So I'm just getting ready to go to mainland as well, because I need to go to the mainland so I can get some money so I can buy more stuff later on. I'm probably going to be doing this a little bit offline as well when it comes to growing the funky stuff. Ah, what a lovely morning. Right, let's get back under the car then, shall we? So next would be transmission. So that's going on. I'm probably gonna do the engine in a video on its own. I do need to actually put this in, so that needs to go in there. And where is it? There it is. That needs to go in there. It's all starting to take a shape now, and it almost car shaped. So nitrous is in. Good. Seats next, I would say. Right, so I got 2 seats. One can go there. 2 seats. Seats for sale. And the bench. And there we go. Right, I need... Yep, there you are. That one goes there. And then the one that goes in the bench goes there. And then we've got to go in the other side of the car. So I had a bit of a crash with my truck the other day, which sucks because all my gauges were in the truck, and for some reason things don't act as solid objects in trucks. So when I crashed it, all my gauges are now all over the floor somewhere. They might be in the bin, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go and check in a minute. If they're over there, I'll have to I'll have to go and sort of like bring them back here. Problem is there's like 5 or 6 of them, and I have to bring one at a time over. It's gonna be fun. Or just drive my truck over there and bring it all back in one go. Or my quad. Actually, I could do the quad. Right, steering wheel. Big thing, steering wheel. Alright, so that's pretty much all of that done. I better go and check over on the other side now. Give me a minute. So for all those people who have never been on this channel before, the people that have subscribed over the last few days, it's been amazing. I genuinely put in a lot of grinding into this game. This is over, I think we're up to 250 odd trees now doing maple syrup. 257 trees, and I don't need them because we use cannabis now as our main way of making money. So they're not here. So I've lost my gauges and I've lost a spanner. And I don't know where the spanner just fell through the floor because it's no longer in my garage. I even watched my video back to see if I could find it and I couldn't see it. And it's like, oh, right, okay, it's gone. Fair enough, I'll leave it as it is, it's fine. So, yeah. One thing I would like to see in a future update, if anybody's got any ties to Santa Goat whatsoever, if you don't chop these trees down, I'd like to see them in bloom. You know, actual trees instead of stick. Okay, so the next things we need to do is transmission, engine, that's spare. We could put the neons in as well next video. That's a diff, so that needs to go in next. That's a booster in. I'm boosting this. I'm turboing this. So that's a turbo intercooler. That's got to go on. This is a turbo, and that's just the OEM. Well, that's going to go in my spare part for now. So we're going to be putting this in. This is all the next bit we're going in. I could do this now actually. Saying that. Yeah, bitch in. Righty cokey. Oh yeah, I was going to see if I was going to paint this black strip on the car because I'm not sure why that painted the actual door. My truck's miscoloured. I think I've got a spare one. Yeah, that one. Seeing my truck in a different light, and it's like, oh, okay, I need to change that. Okay, so why can't I change the colour of the doors? That's really weird. I have to paint the bottom of the door. There we go. Now it looks more like the cabin. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't. Yeah, it's really strange. Oh yeah, this item can't be recycled. There we go. I don't know if I'll keep the stripe on her, but at the moment, there we go. That's my paint. Rightio. So I think that just about does it for this one. So that's the front end taken care of. We're all good down there. We just got to put the transmission in. The diff's got to go in at some point. The engine's got to go in, and then we can stick it all together and be happy. Right, let's go and check on the old plant life. Oh yeah. All right. Let's do some growing, shall we? If you're wondering also why my health doesn't go down and poutine doesn't go down, well, my poutine and my maple syrup doesn't go down. I'm using a little program called WeMod, and basically when I'm doing long hauls like the videos I do, and when it comes to doing loads and loads of stuff, and I don't really want to stop in between, I chuck mods on because genuinely I just don't like stopping a lot. I just like carrying on with what I'm doing because it's more, for me, it's an obsession to try and get things finished. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. It's so good because I've got a big block of weed. Should get around 2 packs per entire room full. And then we get a little bit left over each time. One thing I've never really done either is I've never really done the potato thing. I've never supplied the poutine place with potatoes. Mainly because I always saw this as like the better way to make money. You know, at the end of the day with this, I'll grow it for a couple of days, it's all good. And then I'll go off and I'll make, I think it takes me now about a week and a half, maybe probably about a week now just to do like 8 packs. And then I can just go off, flog it, and I'll make 80 grand each time. So if you guys are looking for like the best way to make money, I mean, you have to spend a lot of money to get to this point. But once you've got it, this prints cash. This is just the best way ever. This now funds everything. I don't even sell maple syrup anymore. I've got everything working. I just don't use it. Mainly because this is less effort. Well, for me it's less effort because it grows every couple of days and I just go and stack it up and it's all good. Maple syrup, I have to keep doing this. Yeah, there was so much tree work. But yeah, this is, I don't know, for some reason this is just easier to do for me. It's so good in the hood, we're getting high as a kite. Going to the mainland, gonna play where my gonna do the best and there we go. Now we have enough to go to the mainland. So guess what I'm doing in the next video? Next video, taking some cash. And what I'll do is I'll plant all this up ready for a new load. And then when I get short of money again, I'll just sell it all and be happy. Or I'll just keep going until I've got another 8 stacks and we'll be alright. Again, I mean, with the cannabis side of things, I took a lot of time to do this because you could only buy 10 pots a day. So these flower pots, you can only buy 10 a day. So when you're trying to stack up the whole room, or I mean, I've only done like one every other row. It takes a really long freaking time to do this. So I was back and forth. All I did was I'd buy flower pots each day, go back and then go to bed. Go bed, go and buy flower pots. Go in bed, go and buy flower pots. I did it over and over and over and over and over. Like, it was so long in game. It was ridiculous. I even got bored. And I don't often get bored when it comes to grinding a game. I've got this weird mentality where I can do like brainless tasks for most of my life. But doing this, actually, I was just like, I really just want to play the game, but I can't because I've got to buy all these flower pots. Apart from now, it's all right. It's the first time I've actually been bored playing a game for a really long time. Even just doing what I do. And there we go. Another row, another day, another planting. And that's pretty much how I'm living my life in here. I'm just like, yep, we're going to do this, going to do this, going to go backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Right, I stacked my truck up, ready for the next run then. Alright, well that just about does my packaging for the day. We're all good here. And people have asked me about the sides that you get on the truck. Now, a lot of people have got these, but you know, there are a few people that are brand new to the game and stuff. If this is the first time you're seeing this, don't forget to that like, subscribe and notification button below for all the updates. But you talk about these wooden frame parts for the truck. You get these when you finish your brother's missions. Basically, when you've done Francis's, like, you've got to do a wood mission for Francis, or that's to build your garage. And then once you've done that, he normally just he gives you these things, and they're down the side of his house. So it just means they're all good, and they bolt on with the large bolts. I don't know why my car keeps turning, but there you go. End of the day, it's all good. All right, so I think we're about done, which is nice. I think we need this as well, but I'll chuck that here because we're turboing. Yeah, we should be fine. So I've got to chuck in all of this stuff into my car, and then it's going to look like this when I'm finished, which will be the next video. And then on that video, we're actually going to go and I want to go and test this out. You know, I want to go for the speed limit across the bridge, make sure all that's working. Actually, where the hell did I put my ECU? Where is that? I bought one. Oh, that's a little bit annoying because I know I bought one and I haven't lost it. So I've lost an ECU as well. Ah, poo. I've got a spare, but I don't like using my stuff. Actually, saying that, where is my ECU? Oh, there. That's the original one. No, I've had my ECU taken away from me as well. Brilliant. So I've got to go and get an ECU from the shop, and then yeah. So that'll be the next mission. Okay, so next day, my next video, what we're going to do is I'm going to take this to the barn. So that's going to the barn with me, and then I've got to stop by the shop, pick up an ECU on the way home, and then finish this car off, and then we can start driving it around. And then I'm going to paint it, and that's going to be a big thing. So hopefully you guys kick around for that video. It should be a good one. I'm hoping. So that basically wraps up the front end. It's all good. That's everything done. I'll mess around with this suspension when the car's on the floor and I've got everything in the car. We're all good there. I want to say thank you very much to all the new subscribers. It's most appreciated to see you all here. Thank you very much for kicking by. I hope you enjoy the channel. I know I don't just play Mon Bazou. I do play other games as well. So maybe, you know, have a look into those and see what you think. But until then, I want to say thank you very much for coming by. This has been Hybridsteel. I'll see you all in another one. I want to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do out there. And I'll see you all in another one. Bye-bye for now.